KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Coming up in your primetime news, a high-speed chase comes to a deadly end in Dededo.
And the Air Force releasing the findings of an investigation into last year's B-52H Stratofortress crash.
And if you happen to be waiting for your check, good news, as millions of dollars in tax refunds have now been paid out. Hapaday and good evening, everyone. If you're watching us on KUAM TV or joining us online, we thank you so much for tuning in, because we begin with the latest on that deadly high-speed chase that we first brought you on social media this morning.
One man is dead and the police officers rushed to the hospital after a shooting in Dededo. KUAM's Nick Delgado with our top story.
A chaotic scene expanding from Barrigada up towards Dededo early Friday. This high-speed chase all started at the House of Liberty game room after a security guard called police.
Dispatches called another individual with a weapon, went to the side of Liberty House.
Police officers are heard talking to 911 dispatchers as the suspect takes off. Responding officers one by one are overheard detailing their close encounter with the suspect. That's the first time cops report the suspect opening fire as they gave chase. The man then leading police toward Harmon Loop Road and up towards Marine Corps Drive to Dededo and Jigo.
Eastbound around 1, back towards 127. Shots fired! Shots fired!
Then back down to Dededo again.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Headed back down, westbound, around 1. That's 5 shots! 5 shots fired! The advice, he shot the car window, car 3-1, shot the window.
It's at this point one officer giving chase is injured after a bullet shatters his patrol window, the glass going into his eye. For nearly half an hour, the chase went on until the suspect stopped at Chalon Langat in Dededo.
He's out of the car! Out of the car! Come here!
Cell phone video captures the final moments as shots rang out. The suspect is taken down.
Tactical units are coming in! Where'd you go?
GPD Chief of Police J.A. Cruz briefed media Friday afternoon.
While it is unfortunate that a life was taken, we did what we needed to do.
Chief Cruz says the officer injured during the chase has since been treated and is doing okay. 2 officers have since been put on administrative leave as the investigation into the shooting gets underway. Neither of their names are being released. However, Cruz admits his guys did everything by the book.
That officer, I will tell you, did exactly what he was trained to do. That officer relied solely on his training, his experience, as did all the officers who were involved in this incident. In my honest opinion, the Guam Police Department and the actions of those officers were very professional this morning.
Meantime, a cop car remains parked outside the Barrigada game room just steps away from Lee Falconberry's home. He recalls waking up to the large police presence outside.
It's a little concerning, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna kind of mind my own business. Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't make a habit of that happening again.
Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Aurelio Espinola has identified the suspect as Stephen Seagraves. However, it's unclear if the gun he used during the shootout was in fact registered to him. It's been nearly a decade since the last GPD officer-involved shooting. Chief Cruz says mechanisms are in place to assist his officers still shaken up. Reporting for Guam's News Network, Guahusi Nick Delgado.
The autopsy for Seagraves will be performed Monday afternoon.
We now know the name of the police officer accused of threatening to harm another man over the phone. Police Chief J.I. Cruz confirms Officer Bert Carbolito was the officer being investigated for the incident. Last month we spoke to the victim, James Huh. He provided KUAM with the recording of the officer making threats to physically harm him. Huh says he was only inquiring how to become a police reservist at that time. Chief Cruz says the criminal investigation is complete and has been forwarded to the AG's office for their disposition.
That incident occurred while Officer Carbolito was off duty. And because of the fact that the merits of the criminal case have been brought to my attention, I am able to say that the phone conversation that was captured by the complainant was in fact Officer Carbolito.
Cruz says Carbolito remains at work as the internal affairs investigation is ongoing. Now, on a separate note, police over the weekend arrested James He on charges of retail theft after he was allegedly caught stealing items at Kmart.
Safety concerns at the Department of Corrections as Senator Talina Nelson questioned prison leadership during a hearing this morning. The Public Safety Committee chair called the hearing to find out what security steps are in place, especially after last month's attack at the Post 6 unit, which left detainee Justin Meno in the hospital.
What is the protocol or the procedure in place when you, at the times that you release inmates for, I guess, recreation time, if that's what you call it?
Yes.
And, you know, what are the steps that the officers must take when upon opening the cell, you know, allowing them to move down the hall?
Again, on the max housing unit, it's basically they just eat within their rooms. They conduct fresh air outside in a controlled environment, a yard, and it's supervised. When you go to the medium classification level, again, the movement is less restrictive.
The detainee Meno is now in stable condition at the Guam Memorial Hospital. The prison and GPD's investigations into the incident continue to be ongoing. For the time being, DepCorps Director Tony Lamarena also told the senator they are moving forward to install more digital cameras within the units and also will be issuing an emergency procurement to fix the prison's fire system.
Privacy, please. One attorney is speaking out about the prison's facility, specifically the need for a room for attorney-client meetings. Our Crystal Paco has a story.
It's an issue attorney Curtis Vandeveld brought to the court's attention earlier this week after attempted meetings with his client, Lucas Rebinal, at the Department of Corrections.
The problem is that there really are inadequate facilities at any of the installations of the Department of Corrections for attorneys to have confidential communications with their clients. This really doesn't just hamper defending people, it hampers law enforcement's efforts by obtaining cooperation.
Rebinal was arrested earlier this year in connection to the biggest prescription drug bust in Guam's history. Rebinal was arrested with a handful of co-defendants, some of whom remain in detention. Part of Vandeveld's concern are jailhouse informants.
I try as much as possible to facilitate the communications by stopping when there's people in the vicinity and stuff, but it really doesn't function well. Everybody else's businesses, and it leads to jailhouse informants, which creates a whole new problem of denying people justice, because jailhouse informants are about the worst kind of witness you can have.
According to DepCorps spokesperson Lieutenant Jeff Limo, they're addressing the issue with command staff at both the Hagatnya lockup and the Mangilao facility.
All we have to do is just readjust the operations up here and identify rooms that are feasible to both security, the attorney, and his client.
Attorneys who plan to visit their clients can call in and make an appointment in advance to secure a private room, which DepCorps will accommodate. On average, 7 to 10 attorneys pay a visit to the prison for such meetings.
As the population grows, more attorneys come and they have different requests. So at this time, we're looking at adjusting that matter as far as the confidentiality.
Vandeveld also confirms the court is willing to facilitate such communication with his client within the court building.
People take the perspective that, well, they've committed the crimes, and so they somehow lose their rights. But we're talking about not only people who are post-conviction, but people who are pretrial detainees. They have not had an adjudication of their guilt or innocence.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
In other island news headlines, the United States Air Force has released the findings of its investigation into last year's Stratofortress crash that occurred up at Andersen Air Force Base in May. Investigators determined the cause of the mishap was that the pilot analyzed visual bird activity and perceived cockpit indications as a loss of symmetric thrust required to safely attain flight, subsequently applying abort procedures. There were no fatalities, but one aircrew member was treated for minor injuries. The aircraft from Minot Air Force Base in Missouri sustained total damage with a loss valued at $112 million.
A major payout of tax refunds this week. A total of $21.4 million in tax refunds were placed in the mail in the last 48 hours. Now here's the breakdown. $10 million was mailed out on Thursday, and then another $11.4 million was mailed out today. The refunds represent 5,389 checks of error-free returns filed up to January 30th.
Now, speaking of returns, get the people their money. The governor's tax refund bill went up for a public hearing at Adelup last night with more than a dozen people attending, with some even providing input on the measure. The proposed legislation would ultimately get tax refunds out to the residents of the island in a much faster way. And loving those bananas, guys.
$15 billion, and this amount is what is normally issued annually.
What we'd like to be able to do with this financial tool, which is really what the tax and revenue anticipation note is. It's a financial tool. And what we'd like to be able to do is implement that tool to be able to take the time frame from months to weeks.
Senators Jim Espaldon, Will Castro, and Tommy Morrison also attended the hearing. The bill is scheduled to go up for a vote during a special session on April 28th.
As the public awaits the decision by the Office of Public Accountability on the latest appeal stopping the renovation of Simon Sanchez High, one offerer shares his concern that the protests are an attempt to change the RFP process to favor one company. Issa Baza has more.
Whether we win the bid or not, the school has to be built.
Phil Flores is the director of the Guam Educational Facilities Foundation, one of the companies vying for the Simon Sanchez High School project. He's concerned that continued protests by losing offerer Cortec International are an attempt to change the procurement process in the company's favor.
I think they're just trying to drag it out and force DPW into frustration to form an RFP which favors them.
Department of Public Works has already agreed to amend the current procurement to address two issues raised by CTI after the company protested and appealed the procurement 2 weeks after the RFP was issued. Despite DPW's concessions, CTI has not found agreement with DPW. Assistant Attorney General Tom Keeler.
Cortec's main argument is how they are going to control the issuance of the second RFP, what it should be contained and what should be included in that. Ms. Tang states that they're not there to protest, and I'm not certain that's accurate.
During the hearing, CTI attorney Joyce Tang also advocated that the process should be changed to an invitation for bid process instead, a stance she has advocated for in recent public hearings.
When you have a public hearing and you have 3 attorneys represent you, that's very, very expensive. You're investing. And why are you investing that much money into a hearing, into the whole process? Because you're trying to change the process. And why would you want to change the process? Because you're trying to change the process to be in your favor.
However, Tang contends that the protests are an effort to save taxpayers money and to prevent future protests going forward.
We're here not because we have nothing else to do but to protest or to delay the process. The delay is caused by the agency's inability or unwillingness to follow the rule.
Students of Simon Sanchez High School have been waiting 4 years for their school to be rebuilt. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Issa Baza.
Stay tuned. We're back with more news after the break.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming of KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Two things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against iTeeny's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. iTeeny's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at iTeeny. iTeeny has the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at iTeeny. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs.
Get more during our spring clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Inherit that go-anywhere attitude with the legendary rugged Jeep Wrangler 4x4 of the decade. For a limited time only, enjoy savings of $2,500 off. Or go beast mode and save up to $5,000 off Ram trucks, voted Guam's best 2 years in a row. Plus, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing. Get to Cars Plus today for quick and easy financing during our spring clearance event. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Is your old ride letting you down? Then play Micronesia Mall's Ride-Away Flyaway game and win 3 rides from Triple J Auto Group, plus 30 flyaways to Manila on Philippine Airlines. Just present mall receipts to enter and win the 2017 Kia Soul, the 2017 Mazda 3 Sport, the 2017 Kia Forte, and instant prizes from Burger King and Foot Locker. Shop and win more cars, trips, and prizes when you play Micronesia Mall's Ride-Away Flyaway game.
There's no place on Guam like Chuck E. Cheese's. It's tons of fun with so many games, and parties are a blast, where everyone has fun. Come and party at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. Call and book your party today.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Areola at 472-6114.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Welcome back. 5 p.m. today was the deadline for financial disclosure reports to be filed with the Guam Election Commission. All elected officials, government of Guam department heads, and anyone who contracts or buys for the government are required to submit their disclosures annually. Government boards and commissions are also up against that same deadline to file any conflict of interest statements. In total, 363 government officials are required to file some sort of disclosure. As of 5 p.m. today, only 197 filed. GEC staff confirm all lawmakers as well as the governor and lieutenant governor met today's deadline.
Well, Manila was rocked by a series of explosions on Friday, but no need to be alarmed because, as our Nestor Lecanto reports, it was all part of an FBI training program dealing with potential terrorist threats.
The demonstration at the Hawaiian Rock Quarry culminates a 4-day training course to familiarize participants with the dangers of improvised explosive devices and included a workshop on the common chemical substances used to make them. FBI Special Agent John Kowach.
From hydrogen peroxide and chlorine bleach, and these things have everyday uses, but in the wrong hands, they can do some things with them and make improvised explosives, and they pose a real danger to the people.
The explosion showed exactly how. TSA Deputy Assistant Robert Cothran attended the training and says the public can help by keeping an eye out for suspicious behavior like people buying up unusual amounts of chemicals.
It might not mean anything to you, but somebody behind the scenes might have some more information that you don't know about that might put the pieces together.
The National Awareness Campaign, If You See Something, Say Something, also urges the public not to take anything for granted. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Docomo Pacific launches a new bundled service that it says now offers the fastest online speeds. President and CEO Jonathan Kriegel says the company raised its top speed from 75 megabits per second to 100 megabits in response to customer demand.
Guam's first triple-digit online speeds, 100 megabits a second, and it's available island-wide. It's available everywhere. today. And we're coupling that with a very large data cap of 2 terabits, which as I was sort of saying before, is 2,000 movies you can download in a month. So
Kriegel says another top feature of Docomo's new One Love Quad Play bundle is a TiVo television entertainment system. It offers a host of new options for customers, including simultaneous search, multi-platform searching, and a quick mode search that is 30% faster but still enables viewers to clearly hear the audio.
Well, the national theme for this year's Law Day and Law Month festivities are 14th Amendment, Transforming American Democracy. A proclamation signing was held today to designate May 1st as Law Day and Law Month starting today through the 20th. Here's Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Catherine Merriman.
What we hope to accomplish through all these events is to remind the community how important our Constitution is, how important the Bill of Rights and the key amendments, such as the 14th Amendment.
Congratulations, everyone. For a complete schedule of all the events that have been planned, visit the Guam Law Week page on Facebook.
18 members of the Guam National Guard stepped up to the plate to help spruce up the island's only public hospital. GMH Volunteer Association founding member Margaret Jones and National Guard Major Gerard Boleto.
We just cannot thank the National Guard enough for coming to our rescue, because we pink ladies can do lots of things, but I don't think we can scrub and paint and water blast very well. You guys do it much better than we do.
We are honored to have played a very small role in the maintenance of a very important facility for our island and its people.
Jones said she's hopeful the new entryway will set a good first impression for those needing services, while Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo also thanked the hospital's maintenance group for lending a helping hand during the one-day event.
And also tonight, the KUAM Care Force, along with our community partners, are gearing up for our annual Think Green cleanup scheduled for the 23rd. We hope you'll join us as we clean the streets from Lencho Park and Del Rio to the KUAM studios here in Harmon beginning at 7 a.m. For more information, check out KUAM.com. You should bring your reusable water containers, as biodegradable trash bags and gloves will be provided.
Sports and birthday shout-outs still to come, but first, here's weather.
It's buy one, get one free here at
Y'all think the that says, "Hey world, I eat gold." New KFC Georgia Gold.
Meet Buick.
Experience the new Buick.
Get 16% below MSRP on select 2017 Buick SUVs in stock. That's over $6,600.
Off a day and ni hao. Chris Barnett here, KUAM Sports, proudly brought to you by Triple J on this Friday.
It's against the Auto Spot Phoenix. Tell us how you guys felt after that victory.
That win it felt pretty good. It was a long time coming. Everyone knew how hard we worked to get that win, and we just got to keep on going.
Yeah, what's next for you guys? Remainder of the season, still have a couple games left before heading into the playoffs.
We showed in the first round of the season we definitely can compete with these other teams. We just got to finish. If we play right basketball, we could finish the second half of the season strong. Us Tritons, we have to try and stay calm and cool because other teams are veteran. They like to pick up on things that we don't know. So we have to just try and stay fresh and come to the playoffs with a fresh mind. This season, the support has been tremendous. Like, people actually come out, because since we haven't been winning, but we put on a show for everyone that comes and supports us.
All right, congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Darentone Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
Thanks, Double D. The 2017 Firefighter Muster Challenge takes place Saturday, Sunday, the Gannett Shopping Center parking lot. Showtime 9 in the morning with go time scheduled for 10. Muster events include the engine pull, solo and team relays, bucket brigade, and water polo. There's going to be an island-style barbecue lunch. You know those firemen can barbecue. Cotton candy, jumper, and shave ice for the kids. Bring the family and enjoy a day of friendly competition. 6th annual season of the Bud Light Guam Women's Tackle Football League kicks off tomorrow, 4 p.m., Howells Angels Field in Dedito. 5-time defending champs Team Legacy taking on the Steel Blazers in a rematch of last year's championship game. The other 4 teams stepping onto the gridiron this season are Sindalu, Lady Saints, Falcon, Raiders, Island Stunners. Now, the GWTFL is a full-tackle women's football league focused on creating a positive, safe, and fun environment for the women who play the game and fans that come out to watch them. The Junior Massacada Guam's U15 women's national team wrapped up its campaign in the 2017 EAFF U15 girls tourney in Shanghai, China, with a 1-0 win over regional rival Hong Kong. Thursday at the Jinshan Sports Center, Hong Kong managed to keep the match scoreless through the first half, but the team's defensive unit eventually collapsed under Guam's relentless and pressuring attack. In the 64th minute, Janae Terria leaped above 3 Hong Kong defenders in the box to connect on a Minami Robigo free kick with a header for the eventual game winner. Now, in the EAFF tournament, Guam finished with 1 win against Hong Kong, 1 draw with Mongolia, and 1 loss to Chinese Taipei. Following the end of all the matches, the Junior Massacada took part in a closing ceremony in the Jinshan Sports Center main stadium. The team will next participate in cultural activities in Shanghai with other teams in the tournament before returning to Guam Saturday. Guam Varsity Football League title game Saturday night under the lights at Howells Angels Football Field in Dedito. The Silver Raiders put their undefeated record on the line against the Eagles. Kickoff 7 p.m. winner take all game. So come out and support the teams tomorrow night. All right, hey, have a great Friday. Woohoo, business. Hasta lunes, Guam. Guausi, Chris Barnett. Adios.
Take on any road with intuitive all-wheel drive. The Nissan Rogue, Murano, and Pathfinder.
Strength
quarter pounder with cheese, now seared to be thicker and juicier. Only at McDonald's.
A love of community is one of Triple J's deepest values. With every vehicle purchased from our dealerships, we give back to American Cancer Society and Guam Cancer Care to support the research and care that saves lives. We're committed to our community and placing priority on the people who've helped us prosper. Because we know that when we work together hand in hand to improve lives, you can feel good about doing business with us. Triple J, customers first.
Before we wrap the news tonight, here's your latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. And happy birthday going out to Faye, Time, and La Cabrera. Love your family.
All right, another Sabrina. Sabrina Cepeda has a birthday today, and this comes to you from Mommy and family.
Happy birthday to Lucia Taitano. We love you, Mom, Grandma, Nina, Lucy.
The family of El Jessica Balahaja sends their very best to their special birthday celebrant.
And happy birthday to Michael Regis. Your family wants to wish you a blessed happy birthday and thank you for all that you do for them. We love you.
Also with the coolest caption of the night, Vincent Villasoto, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you crazy animal, says your entire family.
Also celebrating his birthday is Joseph Beneventi.
All right, and everybody, and happy belated birthday wishes tonight to Eric Tomas Regis. May you be blessed with another year and enjoy your special day.
Happy birthday to Josian Beneventi.
All right, and everybody, it is that time of the week where we give away a yummy ice cream cake. It is the most awesome part of the week. And remember, you can join the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club absolutely free. Just go to KUAM.com and register.
And the winner of this week's Cold Stone Creamery cake goes to Bernadine Cepeda.
All right.
And her birthday was on the 17th.
Congratulations. We are happy to give you an extended birthday and give you a little sweet treat to continue celebrating. All right, stay tuned. We got more coming up.
Closed captioning is brought to you by